author. He's just headlined Park Life. Absolutely incredible. Sounding so good that here on Pure West for you today. So make sure you take note. Friday, the 11th of July, Morgan Seatree. West presents an indulgence at Eddie Rocks. Head on to the socials for more details. Now, all this week right here on Pure West, we are celebrating the critters, the lovely little bugs, the spiders, the insects, everything in between that our wonderful nature throws at us, as it is just so enchanting, our beautiful countryside, our coastline, what it has to offer. And I'm now joined by a very special guest here today, great friend of ours here at Pure West Radio, Dr. Sarah Beynon from the Bug Farm in St David's. Thank you for being with us today, Sarah.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's lovely to be here.
Oh, it's so nice to have you on the show. I mean, over the many years that I've known you, from giving talks in St David's Cathedral to on international stages to picking up awards for your incredible work, it's great to talk about, you know, what lives and breathes your world. And I mean, how great it is to have you with us supporting Insect Week. I mean, it's so important, isn't it, that we understand what they're for, why we can eat them, and everything in between. So it's so good to have you on the show, Sarah.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And I think that's just what we want to showcase, is just that this is a hidden world of almost mini superheroes, and having a whole week to celebrate them and to hopefully change attitudes around them is just wonderful.
I mean, for people that haven't come across Dr. Sarah Beynon, not many in Pembrokeshire, but if we've got some visitors here in the county at the moment, or people joining us on our socials, tell us a little bit about you.
Oh, so I am an entomologist and an ecologist, a farmer, and we run the Bug Farm in St David's. And the Bug Farm is we're a visitor attraction, a research centre, farm and nature reserve, celebrating this incredible life in the undergrowth, because insects, so six-legged bugs, just make up 80% of all animal species. They're at the base of every food chain we rely on. And people are generally told, as we grow up, to think that bees are important because they pollinate our food, butterflies are beautiful, and then it stops. And we just want people to fall back in love with this incredible diversity that everything else is based on, and that's what we do at the Bug Farm. We just showcase nature in its finest. And this time of year, with the wildflower meadows blooming, being pollinated by the insects, the ponds just covered in dragonflies and damselflies, living their own intricate lives. When you start picking that apart and seeing them as individuals, you learn their stories, then you just get taken into another world, and then realizing how important that world is. And what we do here, we have a lot of group visits, schools, WIs, farmers, agricultural colleges, and we want to not just inspire people, but to make people care enough to say, right, I am going to do something, because we are living in a biodiversity crisis at the moment. So here in the UK, we've got rid of about 50% of our wildlife. We are one of the most nature depleted countries in the entire world. So it's really serious. But we can change it. We can change it working together with governments, big businesses, individuals planting meadows in their garden. And it's how we inspire that change. So we want people to leave here saying, this is fascinating. What can I do?
And you're such a great advocate for that, Dr. Sarah Beynon. And I think, it's people like you that are enabling that change to happen through the power of education. And I mean, you've literally just left a group right now to join us on the airwaves. So thank you. I know how precious your time is. Tell us a little bit about the group you've got in today.
So we have lots of school groups. We've got a group of teenage girls here today. We've got morning, noon and night groups in today where they'll come out and we'll do an intro with me in our new Nature Recovery Centre, which is a centre all about our relationship with food, farming and nature in the past, the present, and then what we can all do to bring that all together in the future. And we've got a Pembrokeshire Farming History Museum as part of that, which I'm massively passionate about because it's based on my late father's upcoming memoirs. And so we're in there talking about what we can do. And then they do a tour around the tropical bug zoo, the museum, the site, an up-close meet the bug session where they can see some of these creatures up close and realise they're not frightening at all. And then they do a food of the future session with my husband Andy in Grub Kitchen, where they learn about how we can support sustainable agriculture, local regenerative agriculture, and then look at including insects in our diet. And they do a fantastic taster session with our new burger and bolognese made from Vexo, our insect and plant mints, and some of the cookies. So it's a really sort of rounded way to explore the bug farm in a similar way if you're a general public visitor, but just taking it a little deeper.
I mean, it's so fascinating, all the different sort of facets that you've got there. Like you said, from the research, the farm and the nature recovery sort of space that you have to the shop, to the awe-inspiring grub kitchen. I know you mentioned it there, Sarah. I mean, tell us a little bit about this, because I mean, this is incredible, because it's freshly cooked, it's flavored, it's local, it's sustainable, and it's ultimately bugs.
Yeah, so not just bugs. So anyone coming
Not just
here,
bugs,
there's lots of non-insect.
There's other options as well. Yeah.
But you have to try the bug dishes; they're great.
Yeah,
So,
of course. I mean, that's half the reason why you want to experience this, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. And I think that's the thing. You come expecting it to be a little bit unusual, a bit odd, and then people go out saying, "Surely there was meat in that burger," or "How did you get it to taste that good?" And Andy is just a fantastic chef. I'm so lucky. I'm absolutely blessed to be his wife. I get great food, and he makes food interesting, innovative, beautiful, and above all, delicious. And that's how we need to change opinions. It's not odd, it's farming. We're just farming these mini livestock very ethically, right? And we're doing that. They're so efficient in converting their feed into food for us that it means that we can put more of our land back to nature. We can just ramp down the intensity of our farming to allow us to share our land with nature, because with seeing it, wildlife declines so great. Over 90% of Wales is farmed for food for just one species, for us as humans. We have to be able to let our wildlife back. And so it's no longer about conservation, I would say. It's about nature recovery, putting land back for nature, farming regeneratively, producing this amazing food we can produce in Pembrokeshire. And insects are part of that. And that's something you can come and learn about and try here.
And that's where I feel that, we're so blessed. We forget where we are. We're in Pembrokeshire. It is just the most beautiful countryside. We have all these farms. And that's where I find it so fascinating, interesting from the educational perspective, Sarah, that, this is where we began as a species. We're not doing anything that's just totally disgusting and yucky. And you really dial that back in a creative way.
Yeah, I mean, most people, we're eating the weight of a packet of biscuits of insects in our food generally. So insects are in chocolate, they're in flour, because they're harvested with the crop. And it's nothing new, even that casual entomophagy eating insects. But the majority of people around the world choose to include insects in their diet because they've got about the same protein as beef, weight for weight, all of the essential amino acids. So really interesting nutritionally. And it's so funny that we've moved away from that. And it evokes really strong feelings. People get really upset that we may eat insects. And yet if you put a whole sheep or a cow on a plate, then that would evoke those feelings too. But we've distanced ourselves from our food, which I think we shouldn't. We should know what we're eating and we should respect it, and make sure that every farming system works together, supports each other to diversify, to really just showcase Pembrokeshire farming at its best, and to be able to, like say, put wildlife habitat back, so create homes and food for nature, reduce our reliance on synthetic chemicals that we know are bad for us, bad for the planet, and find lots of ways to do that by working together. And that's what we're doing here, is championing what everybody does. It's not one thing or another.
And it's great to be able to talk about this all week long, about the wonderful world of insects and how people can actually come firsthand to the Dr. Beynon's bug farm in St David's, which you're now open. People can book online right now if they do want to find out more, Sarah.
Yeah, we're open Thursday to Sunday to the general public, and then we take group inquiries on other days. And so absolutely book online, and we've got a discount code. So for Insect Week, if you pop in Insect Week with no gaps in the code box, then you get 10% off entry as well. And then highly recommend, when you come here on the door, do an up close meet the bug session. They're just such great additional sessions that really increase the bug farm experience when you're here.
And talking of that experience, if you're going to visit the bug farm, you need to go into Grub Kitchen. You just have to. You've got to get fully immersed in it. That's my opinion anyway. And those burgers are just something quite sensational, let me tell you. And also to celebrate Insect Week, Dr. Sarah Beynon, next week we'll also have a fantastic competition that we're running here on Pure West.
We will. So we'll be, well, I'm pulling together the package at the moment, but there will be a family season ticket available that will allow everyone unlimited visits to the bug farm over a year for free. And I reckon there's going to be a hamper in there with some cricket cookies, some awesome bug farm merchandise, and bits and bobs as well. So we're pulling that together, and we'll be doing a giveaway online on our socials, on your socials, on the radio next week.
Oh, it's going to be so good. That was a lovely surprise. And you heard it here first on Pure West. Thank you ever so much, Dr. Sarah Beynon, for your time today, celebrating the world of insects on this very important week. And we can't wait to find out more as the week unravels. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Daytime Show today.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Look forward to seeing everyone.
Great stuff. Thank you very much there to Dr. Sarah Beynon for joining us from Dr. Beynon's Bug Farm in St. David's. If you're looking for something a little bit different, if you're looking